Good morning, it's Friday. I just watched Men in Black 3. Welcome to my world. This is the Will Smithathon. This is AKAPAD's Audio Audacity. I am your host, Peter A. DeLuca. I put my name where my mouth is. I just put my name on everything, but I am the pop culture pope, the world sketchbook champion, creator of Uzi Susie, Trial by Fire, worldwide known illustrator, pop culture commentator, and I'm talking to you live. Not really. It's pre-recorded. It feels better when you say live than pre-recorded. We're just like gearing up our Will Smithathon, and I saw this movie. I forgot about this movie. I watched it again, and it blew my freaking mind. Ethan Cohen. This is the star of this movie. This is the star. He's the guy that wrote Idiosyncrasy with the with Owen, with one of the Owen brothers. He wrote Tropic Thunder, maybe the most genius movie ever written. And this freaking movie, the things that he does in this movie is good enough to ignite a third movie, to bring Tommy Lee back, to bring Josh Brolin in to impersonate Tommy Lee Jones, to bring in Will Smith, to get Barry Sonnenfeld, Danny Elfman. I mean, our whole crew is back together for this movie. And why? It only happens when there's a good story. And what gets the creative juices flowing more than a time travel story? Now, I'm very critical on time travel anything. This is a major reason I cannot stomach Avengers Endgame. I have tried watching that movie more than once. Even as a kid, Back to the Future 2, it never added up. But I love watching the movie. As a kid, it never added up. This movie did exactly what our last movie did, 7 pounds. This movie jumps on and attacks the heartstrings artfully, masterfully. It loops everything as we were expecting, because this is what time travel movies have to do. They have to loop. And then we also have almost like a godlike time travel avatar in this movie. It's a character that knows all scenarios at all times. And he is now reading things to us. Like almost like a fourth wall break exposition. Insanely unique. Very similar, going back to the Avengers Infinity War, when Doctor Strange goes through all the scenarios. So we have these built-in characters for the exposition. But then what do we get along the way? We get Boris, maybe the best villain in all the Men in Black movies. We get a new Men in Black, runner, headquarter. We get like a new Men in Black, Master in Chief almost. Master in Chief. So we get some new characters. She's played by Emma Thompson. Emma Thompson too is also thrown back with a little retcon history within this movie. So like side things, she's a name because who's it? Rick Thorne dies, passed away. He's the original guy that runs the Men in Black facility, and I realized I had like another awesome revelation. For some reason, the tone, just the tone, like the attitude of the Men in Black movies, we accept the ridiculousness of these aliens. We just accept it because the tone is so freaking ridiculous. But then it's not ridiculous because these are deadly creatures and they are to be respected. And that is in all of these movies. So what happens with this movie? Well, it gets made for, I don't know, according to Wiki, upwards of 225 milli. Worldwide, it makes 624. Now, look, you might say, Pete, that's a great success. Where's Men in Black 4? Well, I don't know. After the slap, we'll never get another Men in Black. Can we get a Men in Black without Tommy Lee Jones? Can we put Will Smith with someone? Do we care about Men in Black International? I really have to see that movie. That movie came and went. But no, so we get this huge investment, but the movie doesn't pop. It just, I mean, I think that's the best way to phrase it. It just doesn't pop, and the world went on. The other two Men in Black movies, especially the second one, it was a media release. It was a media rollout. It was the coming to the stage, so to speak, moment for this franchise. We had by that point, I believe Universal Studios Orlando had their Men in Black attraction. I think that just got removed a couple years ago. Action figures, coloring books, all of this stuff. And here's the funny thing, just a little bit of a side note, and I feel like this is maybe even something different episode wise, but Men in Black, it's credited as being listed as a Marvel comic adaptation, which is weird because there was a company called Malibu that got acquired by Marvel, okay? And then retroactively became a Marvel title. This is it's an independent comic book movie, in line with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and The Crow. And I put those two movies in this category because those are two that rose and hit the lexicon, especially the Turtles. The Crow, a little bit less. If the Crow franchise continued without endless stops and goes, God, why didn't they make that Jason Momoa Crow movie? Oh my God, have you seen the photos for that? Jesus, get on in Hollywood. But no, so this movie just doesn't pop. It doesn't roundhouse anyone, and it comes and goes. And I watch it. I forget exactly the circumstances when I first watched it. Might have been on an early iteration of Netflix because I've been a part of Netflix for 11 years. Yeah, so I sit down, and this movie just kills the clock with explaining the rules of the time travel. Just kills the clock. But we get the Men in Black goofiness. Like I said, Boris is a freaking awesome alien villain, deadly creature. He has they kind of retcon the moon landing. The moon was all about building a prison for him. So in the beginning of the movie, we get a really cool gotcha with his prison escape, and he busts out of the prison, and we see that he's on the moon. Really cool stuff. Okay, so he comes to Earth, just wanting to destroy things, and that's okay because that's what we need. We we need a guy like that in these movies. So this movie's nothing but a recommendation. It actually creates a Men in Black trilogy. It caps the trilogy because it loops so well. Now, I did say, where's Men in Black 4? They should make a Men in Black 4. This movie made money, but it didn't pop. Why do I want a Men in Black 4? Just because I enjoy the Danny Elfman music. I enjoy the look and the design. I love the guns. Everyone loves the Men in Black guns. The ridiculousness, the humor, it's all there. It's been there for 3 movies, 3 solid villains in every single one of these movies. There is a true chemistry. There's almost like a sideways camaraderie of Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith. All of these things are immensely important when it comes to storytelling. When you come into a third movie, and keep in mind, right, Austin Powers, even, when it comes to comedy trilogies, Austin Powers effectively did the same thing that this movie did. It doesn't mean that the both aren't effective. Both of these things are effective. So, I mean, Will Smith proving me wrong again. I thought I was going to sit down, completely want to trash and hate 7 pounds. Not that I ever sit down for a movie with that desire. Because why would I do 449 episodes of a podcast if that was my intention? This movie, with our last movie, with 7 pounds, is a absolute recommendation. This movie you're not much of a human. You're not much of a person if you don't feel something by the end of this movie. The time travel, the logic, the flow of it all, it's there. It's understandable. And we kind of do have the creation, a little bit of a Men in Black ongoing multiverse, which is interesting, but should not be explored other than this. Next up, here we go. You guys ready? 2013, lucky year. M. Night Shyamalan in his spiral down, right? Because M. Night spiraled until he made what was it? The Split. He spirals until he makes Split, and then it kind of spirals again. Okay. M. Night's entire career is Sixth Sense and Split. I mean, for what people care about. Now, look, when it comes to M. Night, I'll say it with the next episode. The Avatar movie is way better than what people give it credit for. But we're talking After Earth. And this movie, like, here comes the haters, here comes the bash train, because you get 2 for 1. You have a M. Night within his spiral of unlikable or unwatchable movies. And then we have Jaden Smith, Will Smith's son, being wedged into this movie. But here's the thing. I'll tell you right now, because I never finished watching After Earth. I mean, the story involves a father and a son. So, it's there. I mean, he's not really wedged into the movie, so we can take that right off the plate. So, we're doing After Earth, and then I was 50-50 on doing 2014's Akiva Goldsman's Winter's Tale, because Will Smith is credited as Lucifer in that movie, but it's also a cameo, same as his appearance in Anchorman 2. But I was just I'm very curious about Winter's Tale, so I might just put that one on the side burner, the back burner. But then after that will be 2015's Concussion. Here we go, more Oscar bait, and then it's going to be Collateral Beauty, and then the Gemini Man, and then at that point we're caught up on Will Smithy Smith. I love it, but then we're going to cycle. I guess we're going to cycle back to his first movie. Right, where the day takes you. So we're still doing this. Will Smithathon, TGIF. Here we go, episode 450. I'm blowing a milestone episode on a M. Night movie, and that's what she said. AKAPAD signing out. Don't forget, find me on social media, Twitter, AKAPAD. Subscribe, support. If you're listening to this and you do want to forward the cause of the AKAPAD Army, where we are truth and justice and my way, you can leave a comment, even if it's a horrible one. Go ahead. I dare you. I love you, and goodbye.